Hello and welcome to the UX Usability Podcast, helping you to create better designs and better experiences every single week. I'm Dr. Chris Parker and it's almost Christmas. It's almost time to put everything down, go on holiday and just drink and eat and have a great time. So what happens at Christmas? You tell ghost stories, you see your family, and that brings us to what we want to talk about this week, which is dark UX. Now, a very tenuous link to Christmas, but there we go. Dark UX we spoke about before. A few weeks ago we had a sort of mini episode where I mentioned why using negative design patterns can actually be a really positive attribute for designers. So let's go and recap into this. Let's take a deep dive into dark UX and think about how we can use it in our websites that we want to make work better with what people want to achieve and leave people feeling they've achieved something really great. Now, this is a bit controversial, so take it with a grain of salt. And you know what? If you want to disagree with what I'm saying, you go ahead, you be you. That's great. So, what is dark UX? Dark UX patterns are design elements that push the user in a certain direction, often a direction they did not intend to take. Now, the reason why it's dark is that it's the company, it's the website, doing stuff that benefits them over doing things that benefit the customer. If you've read the amazing book Top Tasks, it talks about designing your entire website around the user's intentions, which is if your website is helping the user do exactly what they want to do when they arrive, your website is more efficient and better. However, that may not suit your business needs. You may be selling items. Let's say you take bottles of wine. As it's Christmas and I've got a bottle of wine next to me, you want people to buy the higher markup wine. Not necessarily the most expensive wine, but the wine with the higher markup value for you. So if you can push them in a certain direction to do that, then you're going to make more money. And as long as they're happy, that is arguably okay. So the proviso I'm going to put on everything I'm going to say today in the podcast is make sure your user is leaving your website happy. If they're leaving happy, then everything is really great. Now, when you design websites that are really addictive, like Facebook, there are 5 things we need to know. So, first one is everyone loves to feel liked and important. If you pander to that, then the user feels better. It doesn't matter if what they're doing isn't what they intended to do, they leave with a positive feeling. Number 2, we become addicted to the anticipation of a reward. We think of rewards coming. If I keep going, if I keep doing this, I'll get a reward. And that feeling is so good. Our brains also love new things. We have new things, we go, this is amazing, I love this, this is great, let's carry on. Once we are investing time into these websites and we're thinking about potential rewards, we're thinking about new things, we're feeling important, we put loads of time just walking away and saying, I'm done. It's so hard because you're so close to the reward. You know reward's going to happen. You know it's going to be some time. So let's carry on. Let's keep going a little bit longer, then we get it. And of course, once you get it, you go, that was good. Let's do it again. Now, the last one, number 5. We want what we want, and nothing else really matters. We are most interested in the things that are relevant to us personally. So, when you make things personal, when you make us believe that what we really want is just there, and we invest time, and it's new, and it's great, and that our friends are going to look up to us, we're going to be really amazing, then yeah, we're there. We're staying with this system. If we think that this website can help us achieve this and do this, then we are in. Where does the dark part come in? I mean, these are just natural parts of human nature. And you can get this just at work, you can get this down the pub, you can get this everywhere. Where is the dark part? The dark part is that designers can put things in place, making us perceive these 5 attributes when they might not be true. And that is a bit of a dangerous thing. Let me give you 3 examples of dark UX in practice that have actually worked really well at creating highly usable and highly profitable companies and websites, but it's a bit controversial and they were actually banned from doing it. Actually, These three examples came from the 2019 UK UX Award. If you haven't heard of the UX UK Award, you need to hear about them. Just Google UK UX Awards. It's every year the UX industry gets together and gives itself a whole load of awards for the best experience, best customer service, and one part I'm really proud of, the best student project. Every year, about 4 or 5 student projects nominated, and every year, be 3 or 4, depending on how many are nominated. The majority are from Loughborough University School of Design and Creative Arts, the UX course, which I teach usability on, and I'm very proud of seeing my students up there on the stage every year. Anyway, back to the process. 3 examples. The first one, Amazon. Now, if you're not a member of Amazon Prime, then Amazon Prime lets you get free next day delivery, gets you see Prime TV, gets you Prime Music, Prime Cloud Storage, a whole load of benefits and services for a yearly subscription. It's about £90, which is a lot, but if you buy from Amazon a lot, it does kind of work out in the year. Anyway, maybe you're the kind of person that goes, 90 quid, that's too much, I'm not having Amazon. Okay, fair enough, that's fair, that is your right, you're free. But on the Amazon website, you would place an order, you'd go through and you would get through to maybe the last page before making a payment. And you got frustrated, you're waiting. You're trying to get your item ordered on time. It pops up and saying, hey, do you want to have free standard delivery, free 1-day delivery, and free same-day delivery with Prime membership? Okay, we have 2 buttons. One is a nice yellow button saying order now with Prime. Okay, you want Prime? You sign up? Okay, that's the button to sign up with. Let's go for it. But maybe you don't want Prime. Maybe you go, no, I'm happy being a non-Prime member. So, right below that big yellow button is a smaller button saying, continue with free 1-day delivery, pay later. Okay, that sounds good. I'm going for that. It's grey. It's not even real button shape, it's just a grey shape. So, you click on that. What is that button? That button is also Join Prime. So we've got 2 buttons for joining Prime. One looks like an action, one looks like a rejection, but they're both the same thing. That is a complete trick. Now, if you want to carry on without getting Prime, you look to the left of the buttons and there's some blue text. It's not even a button, which says continue and don't gain Amazon Prime benefits. So it's completely tricking you into buying Prime when you didn't want to do it. So, you got almost everyone bought it. They were taken down and they were banned from doing this. It's such a bad example. Let's go for number 2. There is a website called Newstay. Now, Newstay is a flight search engine. When you sign up, there's the usual radio buttons below your email, and you know what? We scan read them, we just tick them or untick them. There's one button saying, hey, I don't want spam emails. Just highly relevant emails with information, discounts and deals should once in a while light up in my inbox. What do we do as users? We scan it. And the first thing we see is, I don't want spam emails. Okay, great, I don't want spam emails. So we untick the box, we tick the box when we sign up, and we've just opted in by mistake. It's misinformation by language. We're trying to make our life easier, and we've made our life harder. This is a dark UX pattern. Let's go on to number 3. Number 3 is Swiss Air. Keeping with the airline approach, Swiss Air, great airline, I've flown them before. But when you sign up to the website, you are given an option to opt in or opt out of cookies. Okay, great. So we have our usual cookie settings and text. There's one box which is grayed out. You have to do it. It's called necessary. Okay, I'm okay with that. 3 other boxes below. They are statistics, comfort, and personalization. You can see details or you can not. But you know what? I don't like cookies. I have many cookie blockers on my computer via Firefox. So I would say, okay, get rid of that. I would not confirm. Okay. I've not ticked any of the boxes. I look down the bottom. What do I see? I see a big red box saying, Sorry, I see some text saying confirm selection. Okay, well that means that whatever I have or haven't selected, that goes forward. That's what the text confirm selection means. But there's a big red button saying select all and confirm. Okay, now logically that means that if you got everything unselected, they'll become selected and entered in. That's not what I want. But if you're not reading carefully, you just see a big red button and you think, yeah, it must be the way. So I want to get to the website, I'm frustrated and I don't like things doing there. So I untick, hit the red button, and I've just opted into every single cookie setting on the website. Again, another trick, another dark UX pattern. Now, what do Amazon, Newsday and Swissair have in common? They are all doing something which is in helping the company, but not helping you. But at the same time, you might not notice. So you might not notice about Newsday doing the opt-in marketing. And until you get an email a few weeks later, and they just filter it out because, we get spam, we get rid of it. You may not notice about Swissair doing cookies because, who even knows what cookies do? As Amazon, okay, you'll notice when £90 goes out to your bank account, but then you've got TV, you've got music, you might go, you know what, it's okay, I don't mind. So these aren't necessarily negative user experiences, but they are dishonest. So this is why it's controversial. So let's now dive into some things that you can do as a designer to harness this idea of dark UX, but hopefully in a more positive way. I would really hate for anything you do to end up on the dark UX list from the UK UX Awards. I'd rather you're on the top list for great design. But hey, so there's 6 principles that we can use and things that we can play off when we design websites to create experiences where the user walks away feeling good and the company benefits. In this way, it is mutually beneficial. We don't have to worry too much about the trickery stuff like we've just seen. And you can see, and when you got a chance to redesign a website, sit down, ask yourself, what am I trying to solve? What are the problems I am facing? Then you can go through these and go, well, could I use some of these dark patterns in any way to make my website better? Maybe there's a problem that normal design is not solving, and just going through these dark UX patterns might somehow get you to an answer that helps the user achieve their goal and helps your company achieve their goal too. So these 6 principles, they are reciprocity, consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity. We're going to go through each one of those in turn. I'm going to give you examples, and hopefully you can leave this feeling that you know what these are and how to use them. So the first one is reciprocity. Reciprocity. You know what? It's been a long day and it's Christmas. I've got a glass of wine, so we'll go for it. So reciprocity is when receiving something, we feel obliged to give something back. Now we can think of this in a really simple way. In the UK, there's a massive card culture. So when someone sends us a Christmas card, we are feeling obliged to give them one back. If someone gives us a present for Christmas, we feel obliged to give them one back. And so it goes until you are, whatever age you retire and keel over. So what does this mean? So if you've got a website with a My Account session, every time you make a purchase, you get given points. If you get enough points, you go up a level of membership. That membership gives you extra benefits. We see this on Booking.com. So if you sign up as a member, you become what's called a genius. All you've got to do is make one booking and you're level 1 genius. It's basically everyone. Level 1 genius gets some basic discounts, which might as well just be called everyone on the website gets them, and we're artificially inflating our prices, but hey, we'll go with that. If you start booking with Booking.com more and more, you go up level 2, level 3, level 4, etc. Every level you go up, the more discounts you get. Now, what are these Booking.com doing? They're giving us something free, and those free things are discounts, maybe perks, maybe money off breakfasts and things at hotels that your level get. And because you get them, you go, oh, I think I should stay with Booking.com because they value me as a member. Do they actually do it? Not really. I mean, they're just after your money. And maybe if you just phoned up the hotel in the first place, they'd give it to you free. But this is something that Booking.com do and get you addicted to it. Is it dark? I'd say it's more grey. But it's still working the idea that if you can give your user something which is free, even if it is worthless on paper, just give them something. You see on Facebook, if you comment enough on a page for a band or a brand or anything, then you get this thing saying, hey, we think you're a top fan. Do you want this badge for your Facebook page? That badge is totally worthless, but hey, I'm a top fan. I'm one of Taylor Swift's top fans. This is great. I'm loving it. I'm going to stay liking Taylor Swift. Whatever it is. Give something for free, which is meaningless or even hard to get. And between the levels of membership, increase the difficulty it is to get. And your people, your users, your customers will like you more. You will be more effective. Step 1 is consistency. What is this? We are compelled to be consistent with our past words and actions. I've done something before, so I will do it again. I said something, I will stick to it. Now, that is quite a moral position that we take, and that's often quite a good thing. We want to be known that we are staying true to our word. But on websites and e-commerce, does that hold true? Well, yes. Now, we've stayed somewhere before, so we can stay there again. We've bought something before, so we can buy it again. We bought something of this quality before, we can do it again. Maybe our finances are not quite as strong as they were. Maybe we are having a hard time. Maybe our car's broken down, we just spent £1,000 fixing it. But that's the hotel we stayed last time. And that's the kind of person I am. So I'm going to do it again. You see this again on Booking.com. When you visit the website and you click on the search button, as soon as you click on the search button, it pops up what you've done previously. It's putting consistency in front of you. In my case, I've stayed at a great hotel in York called the Hazelwood. If anyone wants to go to York, I highly recommend it. It's a nice hotel. I've done there maybe like 3 or 4 times in the last year. So as soon as I go on Booking.com, I click on search. The first thing it says is, hey, do you want to go to the Hazelwood again? And I can go, yes, I do. Click on there and I'm back onto the booking page for the Hazelwood. I'm being consistent with my previous booking behavior. On Google, it gives you your previous searches, anything like that. So anything you can do to remind your user of what they've done before. And if you want to rank it by the value to your company, then that is it underhand? Not really, because the user still has free will, but you're putting suggestions in their path. You're putting shortcuts to actions which might save them time. It might make them feel good. It might reinforce things they enjoy. So in a way, it does help your user, but abuse it at your will. The third one is social proof. Now, social proof is when we're uncertain how to behave and react, we look at our friends for answers. So imagine being at a party, you don't know anyone. Well, say I go to a party with my wife. She knows everyone. I don't know anyone because it's workmates or something. So I'm going to act as she acts. I'll drink when she drinks. I'll go where she goes. I will take the tone of voice and things that she takes. I'm looking for her as a better person to behave and react. Online, my wife isn't there, probably, but my friends are in a strange way. How are they there? They have left reviews on websites. What is this? So I'm looking for books on Amazon, and I'm looking for a rubbish holiday book delivered in an airplane or something, and there's reviews. If my friend has read that review appears top. Now, let's have a look at an example of this. Amazon actually own a social website called Goodreads. It's like Facebook for books. If you're not a member of it, I really highly recommend it. It's a fantastic website. I looked at the book called Becoming by Michelle Obama, which is a really great book. But if you look on the page, within the page, but not even below the fold, but on the main page, my friend's review is there, and it's a 5-star review. So Goodreads are putting my friend's positive reviews at the center of pages, which I can then use to buy the book, which is given onto Amazon. So Amazon are using my friend's opinions to persuade me to buy stuff. I bet if I go on Amazon soon and look up guitars, I've got lots of friends who play in bands and play guitars. If they've ranked a guitar well, they can say, hey, this is a 5-star guitar. We think you should buy this. What they're doing is giving me confidence. It's giving me the idea that this is something that I will buy. And if I do buy it, I'm being more like my friends and I'm in my friends group. That's not a negative thing. I'm feeling good about this. I'm probably going to feel really good after it. And let's say I buy Becoming. And let's say I hate it and I think, oh God, that book's terrible. I've now got something to talk about with my friends. I've now got something to discuss next time we meet. That's a good thing. I'm actually going to leave with a positive experience, even though the book is negative. So it's a dark pattern. It's persuading us to buy something we might not have bought otherwise, but ultimately it's going to give us a positive feeling. The fourth one is liking. Now, this is very similar to number 3, the idea of social proof. Liking is when we're more likely to agree with someone's request if we know them and we like them. What does that mean? It means that, there's hundreds of charities out there, there's thousands of charities, some of which I give money to already on a regular basis and I really believe in. Some of them, like donkey sanctuaries, I just don't believe in. But if my friend was raising money and my friend asked me to donate, I'm donating. A few years ago, my wife did a 20-mile walk for charity and she wanted sponsorship. I sponsored her without thinking, because I like her. Do I believe in the charity she raised money for? I didn't even ask, didn't even care, to be honest, because I like her so much that I wanted to support her in what she's doing. If it was for Donkey Sanctuary, so be it, I'll do it. But for anyone else, not really, not so much. We see this online. Now, it could be that your friend, there's something happening online that you want to happen, there's a sale on, and you want customers coming to your website and buying the sale. So you could give your customers an extra 5% discount on the sale if they share the sale link on their website, like Facebook. So I come along, I see this, I want to gain the 5% extra, I share the link on my Facebook page, I get some money off, I'm happy. My friends see my Facebook page, they go, look, Chris is saying that we can get more money off from this website. This is great, I like this. So they follow, more so than they would do with the normal advert. That's a really powerful way of doing social media marketing through people. Another way is getting celebrities. Now, we know celebrities really get brands going. Dior made a eau de perfume for men a few years ago called Sauvage with Johnny Depp. And hey, I like Johnny Depp, so I'm more likely to buy it. I actually tried it because I thought the advert was cool and Johnny Depp's cool. It turns out it's a really awesome aftershave that those guys should try. But hey, it doesn't matter. The reason I tried it was Johnny Depp. We see this in a really real way on Wikipedia. So Jimmy Wales is a well-known personality in the Web 2.0 community. He's the guy who founded Wikipedia. When you look at Wikipedia every year, you see a banner around December time saying, please read, a personal appeal from Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales. Then a button saying read now. What's this doing? There's a person that I like and I respect online. And he's asking me, he's making a personal appeal. Okay, I know it's not to me, but he's reaching out to the community of Wikipedia. And it must be important because the picture of him looks very serious. So what can it be? I want to know more when I find out. And I'm trapped because they've used the way I like against me. Now, maybe I'll read that appeal and maybe I'll go, yep, I agree with this. That's great. They can sponsor Wikipedia. But we're doing it in a way which we wouldn't do normally. Children in Need in the UK, every 2 years, they do this big fundraising TV program with Children in Need and try and raise money for kids all around the world who desperately need clean water, schooling, housing, care and love. This is a really great charity that it's very hard to find someone who does not believe in it. But would we give money to it normally without the big TV marathon of 8 hours so? Without all the celebrities? Without all the singers and footballers and actors going off to these disadvantaged children and countries and saying, look, I want you to make this? No, of course not. The celebrity part is buying it. So if you can afford celebrity, wonderful. But if not, how can you use people's friends networks? How can you use social networks? well, just get them to do something. Good website. The fifth one, we're almost near the end. 5th out of 6 is authority, which is we tend to obey figures of authority, which are people or titles or expertise. So, I don't really use my title doctor that much. It's one of the things that you just inherit, and when everyone you know has one, it doesn't mean that much. But when you're booking a hotel, yeah, I'm using the title doctor. Why? Because if there's 2 people who are staying in the hotel, there's 2 rooms available. One room is standard, one's an upgrade. What are the chances I'm going to get the upgrade if my title is doctor? You know what? It might be negative, might go against me, but there's a slight chance that they might give me the upgrade because of the title. And that's happened to a few friends of mine, and that's the only time I use it. Because of authority, it's given me some authority. Now, your website probably isn't going to have those things, but it does have small bits. If you've won an award of some kind, even if it's a tiny local award when there's only 3 people going there, put that badge on your website, like award-winning, best website of 2019 in the UX Awards, whatever. People will perceive your website as better. But let's say you haven't got that. Maybe there's no accolades or awards at all, and you make one up. And a fake award, which is something like a big gold rosette saying 100% money back guarantee satisfaction, or 100% satisfaction guarantee. What the hell does that mean? It means that if you really hate it, you get your money back. Isn't that what most companies do anyway? That little rosette you put on there is nothing, but it does give authority. So even the fake stuff does something. But you can use this even if you don't want to be nefarious. If you don't want to make up awards or have money awards, you can still use the idea of authority on a website, which is telling the user what you, the seller, think is best. On Booking.com, you see some hotels have banners saying bestseller, and some of them have great value. Some of them have bestseller and great value, or other tags. They put these little stickers on the different hotels that tell you, we think this is good. Now, the website's authoritative because it's a well-known brand that you agree with. You've already invested in it. You're Genius Level 2 or Genius Level 3. So the fact that they are saying this is a good hotel, you think, oh, this must be a good hotel. I'm going to go with this. So you're creating fake authority. You're using that to drive people towards certain websites. Now, you could just put that on any product on your website. So let's say I'm selling men's aftershave, and I've got a website. I make it look really good. I've got all this all trickling on. I've got social media things, got social proof, etc. And there's some products with a high markup. I could put a little sticker on that little product saying, on the advert, saying recommended or style recommendation or, editor's choice. Is it that good? I don't know. Maybe it is, but it's pushing people to consider that this thing's really good because you say it is. When I go to restaurants, I ignore almost all the menu. I just look at the chef recommendation, choose from there, because I trust the authority of the chef. Is that true? Maybe. I hope so. I'm not sure. So authority is something you can really use. And the last thing is scarcity. The last item, which is we perceive something to be more valuable when it's less available. So when you can get something any day of the week, any time, then we don't go crazy for it. We just buy it there. But if you know that right now, this moment, this second is the only time you will ever try this, you're more likely to do it. So in the UK, what do we do at Christmas? We drink mulled wine. And I've got some wine next to me now. Mulled wine, if you're not from the UK, is this kind of, where you take a bottle of wine, you dump in a load of sugar, you dump in some spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, cardamom. And if you like mulled wine, cardamom is the secret. You chuck some brandy in there, might chuck some ginger wine. You chuck a whole of these kind of sweet and festive spices in and make this really nice drink. Is that something that we drink any other time of the year? No. We only drink it at Christmas in the UK because it's Christmas and it's the only time we can buy it from the shops, the only time in the market, and the only time we get it socially. Because the scarcity, which is just December, we lap it up. But if it was available all year round, we probably wouldn't. Do you know why? Because sweet wine isn't that good. You don't see us buying dessert wines in the UK that much because they're just not popular. So sweet wine is only driven by a scarcity of Christmas. Can you use a website or an app? Hell no, you can't. But you can play with scarcity in a really great way. Back onto Booking.com. So on Booking.com, you will see a sticker, a tagline on quite a lot of adverts, which is saying, only one like this left on our site. So you are looking down, you see something which is in your price range, has the facilities, has the star rating, the price is good, the reviews are good, but there's only one left. And maybe there's another side to it, which is saying, hey, this room has been viewed 20 times in the last hour. And you think, oh crap, 20 times in the last hour, somebody has viewed this site. And there's only one left. The chances of me getting this, if I don't act now, are really remote. I must get this now. And you buy it. What happens next? The next day you check on, and the site, the room is there again. What have they done? If they've got 20 rooms to sell, rather than release them all at once, they release them in batches of 3 or 2. They create artificial scarcity to make you jump on it, to make you buy it. And maybe they've inflated the price whilst doing it. I don't know. The scarcity one is fine when it's real. So if you're selling men's shaving soap or something, and you've only got 10 in stock, and when it's down to the last one, you say, hey, one left, that's fine. You're just communicating what's real. But when you create artificial scarcity like Booking.com do, that's where you get into the unethical territory. And this is why I want to end on this one here, because dark UX patterns I've talked about can create really wonderful experiences. They can create great designs and great feelings for your user. And you can make your user walk away feeling that they've achieved something, they feel positive, they like your brand, and they're going to get a product that they chose and they feel good about. And that is a really great thing. But you can also get them to do things which they can't afford, do things that they won't enjoy, get things that they would never have bought or thought about before. And that is really underhand. And any company should not engage in that. It doesn't matter if you're an e-commerce website or a gambling website or an information website. You have responsibility as a designer to ensure that your user is the center focus of your company and is treated fairly, ethically, kindly, and you build relationship over time. If you mess with them, if you push dark UX and you abuse this, you'll abuse your trust and you will lose them. So it's not just about a moral position, it's also about a long-term relationship that you're building. Build a strong, ethical relationship. Don't build a negative relationship. We want them to be happy. And with that note, we're going to finish the podcast for today. So thank you very much for listening. We're going to take a quick break for a bit. It's Christmas. I'm with my family, having a great time, relaxing after a long year of work. It's been fantastic. For those of you who subscribe to the podcast, thank you for subscribing. The reviews read on iTunes have been really mean a lot to me, and I really look forward to making more podcasts in the coming year. We're going to try and squeeze another one in for New Year's Eve, looking at a year in review of the academic published scientific literature. So I hope you're going to find it important. It's been really eye-opening reading thing coming up here. So until next time, I've been Dr. Chris Parker. This has been the Usability UX Podcast.